nabanggit kayo kahapon doon sa pagdinig sa Senado, no? Tell us muna, no? Paano ba kayo na-involve dito sa pag-imbestiga nitong mga namatay sa drug war?
Since 2016 to 2018, I received several referrals. Autopsies to. And so I got to autopsy about 20 cases. Ito yung mga lumalapit sa akin na relatives, minsan lawyers, but mostly relatives. And tumigil siya nung nagka-pandemic tayo. Wala kaming masyadong autopsy noon eh. So that would be 2020. By 2021, Father Flavi Villanueva launched his what he called Project Arise. Na 5 years after, so that would be 2021, di ba? After 2016, 5 years after 2016, some bodies buried in public cemeteries had to be exhumed. Kasi nag-expire na yung kanilang 5-year lease. So, dun sa mga tinutulungan niyang relatives, nalaman niya na merong ganitong problema. And he vowed to help them as well. Kasi tinutulungan na niya yung pamilya. So, nadagdag doon yung solving problem on losing the remains this way. So, in July of 2021, they started exhuming, and ito yung arrangement namin at the time. Ang plano kasi nila was exhume, cremate. Sabi ko, show me the body. So, hindi namin to nilabas publicly. Ito-cover sila ng media. Pero hindi alam na after exhumation, dinadala sa akin yung bodies. So, we started with 7. That was the first exhumation they did. 7 remains were brought to me in July of 2021. And then, ilang na kami, exhumations. They just did 1 or 2 cases yesterday. And so far, 111 plus 2, 113 exhumations na sila. And merong iba na nakarinig nitong ginagawa namin. This was after we went public with it in April of 2022. So this was the first press con media release that we did. And after that, merong mga lumapit separately. So I have about 6 of those. So 113 plus 6. Yun total ko na exhumation.
119. Okay. Usapan natin, Doc. Ano yung mga findings nyo as we speak? Patungkol dun sa mga questionable circumstances ng pagkamatay.
Yung first media conference namin in 2022, nilabas na namin na ito yung pinikap nyo that there were cases of miscertified causes of death. Meaning, yung death certificates nilalagay ay natural causes. Okay, I have a collection of right now 12 of these cases. So naglalagay yung doktor ng causes of death na CVA, bleed, hypertension, acute myocardial infarction, sepsis, pneumonia, yon. And therefore, presumed natural ang manner niyan, ano? Well, in fact, they were really killed. They were part of the victims of the war on drugs. My first case was actually an autopsy. The only autopsy among these 12 was the first one I did in August of 2018, I believe. So he died in July of 2018, and the case was referred to me. He had several gunshot wounds. He even had a bullet still embedded in the wrist. And his cause of death was acute myocardial infarction, 20 minutes. Meron pang oras. And Ang kagandahan nito, I was told earlier that meron ngang magaganyan na death certificates na mali ang nilalagay. Tapos a group approached me, sabi, mag-review tayo ng death certificates. So we tried. Kumuha sila ng death certificates, but there was a lot of distrust at the time and fear. Yung mga certificates na binigay sa amin, redacted. As in, wala pangalan, walang address, kasi takot ang mga tao eh. Sabi ko, napaka-useless naman ito. At saka, I did not have anything to counter what was written there. Until, that's it, I got my first case. It was an autopsy. And tama, hindi siya acute myocardial infarction, but he had multiple gunshot wounds.
Mm.
And then when we started exhuming, eto na, nandun yung opportunity pa na eto yung death certificate, natural cause, eto yung body sa harap mo, kahit na buto, kita mo pa rin yung mga tama. So that was how it started. And the other cases, actually ongoing pa to eh. So mahirap pa ang i-summarize. But we're still seeing the effects on these bodies.
So far sa examinations po ninyo, ilan na po yung na-uncover nyo na ganyang cases na pinalabas na natural cause pero ang totoo, pinatay?
I have a collection, as I said, of 12. I have other concerns with other cases na, teka, hindi ba miscertification din yung understated? Meaning mali. Sinabi nga gunshot wounds, typically napaka-general ng mga nakasulat sa death certificate. Sinabi, gunshot wounds here and there, pero halimbawa may tama sa bibig, paano nanlaban yun? Those issues, but I'm still working on them, so hindi pa tapos, so it's ongoing.
Okay. Parang, sa pagkakaalam nyo, parang, bakit ganun? Bakit na mis-certify yung mga ibang death certificates? Bakit nakalusot yung ganun?
I've heard of stories of families agreeing to it para lang mailibing. And that's why some of these death certificates have a stamp on it saying for burial purposes only. Para mapadali. I know of some families na pinapirma ng waiver. Punerarya pa lang yata, may waiver forms na eh. Na hindi sila magkahabol, wag na imbestigahan, and so on and so forth. But there are cases where a certain doctor would sign several of these. Like, meron akong top-notcher na isa. Out of this 12, 5 kanya.
Talaga?
Yung isang salutatorya na doktor, 4 kanya.
Of the 12?
Of the 12. Yung isa, ang identifier under her name is medical legal officer of a certain hospital or a certain health unit. So, baka trabaho niya talaga. But the other one is kind of surprising because under her name, it says they're a private physician. So, how come napunta sa kanya itong mga kaso na to and how come nakapirma siya ng death certificate? Ganyan. I think that one particular telling case was the wife knew of the husband being brought to an emergency room. And then she has a copy of a death certificate that the ER doctor signed acknowledging gunshot wounds. And when she asked for an official PSA certificate, nagulat siya. Bakit may ibang nakasulat doon at saka ibang nakapirma? So, yung mga ganyan, I was hoping somebody would investigate. But as far as I know, wala pa rin nangyayaring investigation.
Inilapit niyo na po ba ito sa otoridad?
Oh yes, every chance I get.
Kanino po?
Like, I would remember Secretary Boying Remulla. Kaya natatandaan niya yan. He was one of the first people I approached. I think this was way back in 2022. I remember professionally, ang association namin started with the Villamor case. yung PDL, yung related to the Percy Lapid killing.
Okay. I remember.
Yun, okay? So, after that, I had access to him. And we were talking about this. I think I might have been with Father Flavie as well. Kasi naghahanap talaga ako ng way to have this investigated. And I asked, pwede bang look into this? And I remember him saying, sige, refer natin sa NBI. Investigahan na ng NBI. But as far as I know, nothing has happened. The day after, we came out with, publicly with the miscertified deaths in April of 2022. In-interview nyo, media, tinanong nyo ang PNP about it. And I remember an article saying that, oh yes, we know about it. We agree. We're going to investigate. PNP yan. Walang nangyari. Every chance I get, I got hold of some Board of Medicine members. Tinanong ko, what does it take to investigate this? Sabi niya, oh, somebody has to complain. But who's going to complain? I know of 2 cases in the courts na I'm testifying in or I have testified on na pinapaayos nila itong death certificates na to. This is through the legal group Ideals. So, ongoing pa to. And napaka-tedious niyan, ano? Sino pa mga nilapitan ko? DOH, the Secretary of Health. In-ambush interview ko, sabi ko. Paano ba tingnan to? And again, wala rin nangyari. So, right now, as far as I know, nothing has happened. I really would want these doctors to be held accountable because this is so unfair. This is
Oo nga eh. Di ba dapat matanggalan ng lisensya itong mga ito?
I know that miscertification or anong term nila doon?
Falsification
of something, but you check the law, can cost you your license. It's that.
Common sense lang, diba? This is very unethical for a doctor to do this.
Oh, definitely. I just don't know what their excuses would be. I'm hearing the excuse of, ano yan? Ay, baka napilitan lang under duress, blah, blah, blah. But,
or tinakot ng police.
Tinakot ng police. But then there are also insinuations of kakuntsaba ng punerarya. I don't know. Are they complicit? But to me, this is really bad. This is awful.